We weren't tied to the idea that we needed an old house. We wanted something that had a lot of personality, a lot of little details and projects we could pour ourselves into. And ultimately, this house in particular just had a lot.
When you own an old house, you really have to be ready to roll up your sleeves and understand what's entailed, what kind of work do you need to do, and what's the journey gonna look like.
There's a lot that could be happening behind the walls, beneath the floors, and really a lot of what you're doing is, one, coming in with a plan, but two, be willing to revise that plan and really learn and arrive at a solution that's probably better than what you started off planning to do. Ocean Grove is a beach community. The whole town is around 1 square mile. Throughout, you have perfectly preserved or faithfully updated Victorian architecture. This area of New Jersey was originally inhabited by the Lenape Native American tribe. And throughout history, people have been attracted to the Jersey Shore, and in the late 1800s, Ocean Grove was founded as one of the first seaside resorts, really in this part of the country.
I think just the charm of it and the nostalgic feel of it, it's unlike any of the other towns we looked at, and it was just the right spot for us.
We really started on a pretty long journey of seeing many, many different houses.
We put in, I don't know, dozens of offers on homes, and none of them obviously panned out, and thank God they didn't, because none of them were the right house. Eventually, we landed at the home in Ocean Grove and just fell in love.
It's called the Everton Cottage. The house was built in 1882. It's had many lives. It started as what was a family cottage. It became a bed and breakfast, and it's really changed hands many times since then.
The house is only 3 blocks from the beach, so you could probably walk there in under 5 minutes. We both grew up in New Jersey. We met at Boston College, and it was really nice to meet someone else who is also from New Jersey.
In our family, we have, I'd say probably our loudest member, and also probably the most popular, is Bruce.
All right, Bruce, coming through.
He is a 3-year-old golden doodle.
And then, hey, you didn't help at all, so stop.
We actually named him after Bruce Springsteen, and I think when you're someone who's grown up in New Jersey and someone who loves music, they're just made a lot of sense. I don't know, he was just a Bruce as soon as we saw him.
Yeah, he's the boss. He calls all the shots. There's no doubt about it. You meet him, you see him, you'll know. It's so quiet this time of year on the street.
Yeah, it's gonna look a lot different in about 3 months.
Oh, I can't wait.
But we've got a lot to do before then, too.
There it is.
Still feels pretty new every time we walk up.
I just love this house. You think we could finish everything by summer?
We can try. I think we're gonna have to move quick. We've had the house for around a year, and phase 1 was really focused on repair of the house, structure, exterior, making things livable. Phase 2 is where we're really getting into the core of the house.
We're really excited to take on this phase of the project and see what it'll be for us and our family going forward. How cute is this? I love this old bell.
Oh, I love it. All right. Come on, Bruce.
Hi, house. The Everton Cottage, it's a 4-bedroom house. It has 2 bathrooms and 2 floors, and it's about 1,800 square feet. So when you walk in the front doors of Everton Cottage, you're in this entryway with a lovely bay window to your left, and then to your right of the entryway, we have our sitting room with another really nice bay window off the porch. All right, so we're going into the heart of the home.
So this room.
Yeah, you
sir?
want to talk?
Yeah?
Do you like this room?
We're moving what is currently the dining room to the kitchen, and we're moving the kitchen to the dining room. When we really thought about the space, we wanted the kitchen to be at the center of everything.
And we think that was probably where the kitchen might have been way back when, a couple of iterations ago. And so if you think about when you're entertaining, it's a lot closer to bring things out to the porch if you have folks sitting there. So where you see the dining room table right now, this is gonna be our new kitchen island. Behind that, on the back wall, we're gonna have a pair of cabinets with a range in the middle. Above the range, we're gonna have an antique mantle with a beautiful antique tile backsplash. So this is gonna be our new kitchen. We're gonna probably put an island here, and then behind us, this is where we're thinking we'll have the range, and we'll have the fridge over here in this closet, and then over here, we're thinking we'll kind of do like a little built-in situation with shelves and a place to put all the appliances.
I think this room, it will be interesting, it'll be a challenge. I also think it will be one of the more transformative things we really do in the first couple phases of this house.
And then off the kitchen, straight back towards the end of the house is what is going to be our dining room. I love this room, I love how it feels, but it's really choppy. We need to streamline it and try to maximize the space where we can.
So the big jobs in this room are first getting the old cabinetry out. There's certain things in this room that will need to be demoed, including the closet in the corner, which poses all types of issues with the door kind of clashing into it.
And then also, of course, this crazy wonky floor that is not straight and not good for a dining room table.
As you can see here with Bruce's ball, in terms of just like the flooring, just very unlevel. We're also going to try to bring out a little more of this window here. You can see that half of the window is closed up.
We're trying to put together a dining room that can comfortably seat both of our families. So probably we'd have about this much space, I would say.
Yeah, roughly from
This
here
will
to
be
here will
gone.
all be
Yeah.
dining table. So in terms of what's going, closet will be gone, the fridge will be gone, the cabinets over there, the wall will be slightly opened, and we're going to correct the floors that currently are not level. I think really that's honestly what's keeping me up at night right now when I think about this layout. And I really, really hope that dining room table fits.
Fingers crossed. And off the dining room is where we have our downstairs bathroom. That's also part of our phase 2 project.
All right, this is our bathroom. A little bit tight in here. It was always a little odd having the shower right off the kitchen. Never was exactly spacious enough for me. One of our big goals is to open this up and actually get enough space so we can just get a little more room to breathe in here.
We're not really changing the general layout of this room.
In the bathroom, my goal is really to be able to stand upright in the shower. So we're going to focus on enlarging the space there, installing period-appropriate tiles throughout, and updating all the fixtures.
All right, I think we have a lot of work to do, so time to come out of the shower.
All right, let's go. Phase 2 is really focused on the heart of the home. We'll be tackling projects in the kitchen, the dining room, and the downstairs bathroom.
And upstairs, we're gonna just enjoy it the way it is for now.
Our goal is to get the work in before the start of the summer while the town's a little quieter. We are, as much as possible, doing things ourselves that we can do ourselves.
So we've asked our good friends, Nick and Lindsay, to come out.
Nick and Lindsay have recently purchased a house that's over 100 years old. They're bringing a lot of the similar expertise and ideas about what it takes to fix up a place like this.
So it looks like you stripped down everything in here?
All these walls were covered with the pink paint. You can see we just have one wall left.
We also have some cracks on the plaster that we have to try to tackle before we can prime and paint. So that's the goal for today.
He's already got the bag of plastic.
Yeah,
so
and when do I get to put this down?
Okay, so today we're gonna tackle paint stripping. I've been doing it with this thing right here on the floor. It's an infrared paint stripper.
So we're gonna essentially like melt this paint off the wall.
Exactly.
And then scrape it.
Yeah, it softens it up and it starts to bubble. See, look, see, probably about 20 seconds.
Okay.
And then scrape right down, look at that.
What? Oh, that's
Can
really
you believe it?
satisfying.
It is.
It's like nail polish coming off.
So the way I usually would start is start with the crack and kind of see what comes out naturally. Also, if you go deep enough in this, they actually used horsehair to strengthen the plaster and build. So if you see hair, yeah, there's a little bit there.
That's just horsehair?
What we saw before was clearly horsehair. I'm a little puzzled with this, but
Yeah,
who knows?
we might discover some sort of mystery here.
Yeah,
This could be a mystery
hopefully
home.
not a murder mystery.
Yeah.
But
This is quite a beast you've taken on.
one crack down, I'd say 47 other to go. So let's keep on working.
It's gonna be a long day.
The area of Ocean Grove in Asbury Park, it's one that means a lot to us. We actually got engaged on the beach there, and then a few years later when we got married, it was also along the Jersey Shore. So it was really great because we brought our friends and our family to this place that meant a lot to us.
It was always just a place where I think was important for our relationship, and it was also important for bringing our families together.
I think our families were a little confused, but once they sort of understood what we were doing, that we were buying this old house, they got in line and were excited about it. I mean, what family member's not going to be excited about having a place at the beach to go hang out? How you doing, Uncle Joe?
I got it.
Glad you're here. My Uncle Joe, he's a plumber. He said he could pop by and see what the story is in the bathroom.
All right, show me what you got in this 140-year-old bathroom.
Yes.
Oh, we need some oil on that hinge thing.
Can we make this bathroom shower bigger, right? Look, this is probably hollow.
Yep.
This is a little hollow. We're thinking maybe when they put this bathroom in, it was just a standard shower size, and they gave up this space. We want to claim it back. So,
Gotcha.
I don't know, maybe we could pull this out and see what's going on.
Yeah, sometimes the case, but you also got to consider the possibility of mechanicals that might come from above.
Sure.
And that void, which you're calling a void, might be utilized for something.
Yeah, so maybe we can't eat the space back up and reclaim it. We're hoping we can, but we won't know until we get in there. And that's what we're hoping we can do today.
So let's go out and get some tools.
Let me get my crowbar.
Yeah, you got crowbars and goggles.
You got a mallet. Oh, dang, you're just going for it.
Right now.
I just went for the crowbars.
All right. You weren't saving this, were you? Think it'd come out that easy? Good news is, in regards to making the shower bigger,
It looks.
you might have that
couple of
space
inches.
available on each side. All right, so when I come back, I'll cut the pipe underneath. That'll allow us to remove what's left, and we'll continue another day.
Sounds good.
Love you, niece.
All right,
So excited for you.
huge win.
Let's talk about the kitchen cabinets. I was able to put together this design that we sent away to the cabinet place. It's what they call RTA cabinetry, so ready to assemble. And it's gonna be more work for us. But the good thing is it's a lot more affordable than you're honestly getting
Yeah,
the
that'll be
same
good.
quality of cabinets you'd get in the showroom.
I think these look super, and it's really helpful to see the 3D version. I'm overall really happy with this.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about the dining room.
I guess the next step for those floors, we'll have to have our flooring guy come in, take a look, maybe rip up some of that vinyl, see if there's anything under there we can save. Perhaps there's something he could do to level it out, get it as straight as possible so we don't have, you know, our dining room table sliding away.
Yeah. For us, one of the most important things is to really start with contractors that we know do work in town, that understand how these houses are built. And we found a few people that we really trust who've been a part of phase one that we want to bring into phase two.
All right, so you probably remember this from the first time we looked through this house. Since we've wrapped up everything with the rest of the house with the floors, this has kind of been the one problem room that we haven't tackled yet.
What I'm concerned about here was that this was a porch at one time. And
Yeah.
that's why the slant is so extreme. So what we want to do today is really uncover what's under here. We're going to cut into the floor. We're going to see how many layers are there.
Could we be careful and just see if there's anything we can save down there?
Sure, yeah, that's why we're going to cut into each layer slowly. Yeah, it looks like we got some plywood, and then we got, looks like marmoleum actually. So that's an old school product. This paper's unique. I haven't seen a product like this from that long ago. And then what looks like under there is most likely Douglas fir. You know, sometimes until we sand it, it almost, does that look like pine?
Pine?
You got your scraper on you? Definitely southern yellow pine, I'd say. probably locally sourced, but it's really in incredible shape.
Wow.
We could basically remove this flooring, doing it as carefully as possible. Then we'd want to level off the area, and then we could either reinstall this if we have enough usable material, or we could use old growth white pine so it matched the rest of the floors. And we'll keep going.
Sounds great.
When you have an old house, you have to be an investigator. A lot of putting things back together is really understanding how it was initially designed and how it was meant to be.
In the kitchen, we are doing custom ready-to-assemble cabinets. So we need to measure many times to make sure we get it right.
Yeah.
We mess this up, it's like game over. We're
Yeah.
responsible. Okay, I love this. On
That's
this
right.
side, we've got a set of lowers, and then over here, opposite side, another set of lowers.
So the range comes out, and this actually is not normal upper cabinets.
Yeah.
We're actually going to essentially create an alcove for the stove.
Once we came up with the first design for this kitchen, Ariana had an idea. So you can imagine an old mantle that would actually sit above the range, and the vent would basically take things through the chimney, right?
The idea would be to try to find something salvage, something antique, something that might have been around a fireplace. So basically, you know, you just imagine that squared off mantle. Yeah, Bruce, you like this idea? And I think the idea of bringing the kitchen back to the center, like having something that's the focal point, it's gonna be the first thing you see, and it'll have that sense of warmth, I think. And I'm excited. I'm glad I got you on board.
I think we need to order it now to make sure it gets in on time.
Yeah,
Ready
let's
to
do
buy?
it. I'm
All
ready.
right.
I love it.
All right, we bought it.
Oh, I'm so excited. It's gonna be awesome. Feels really good. Our cabinets for the kitchen, they're not old, so we're trying to find antique hardware that fits it and gives it a little bit more of an old feel. When we hit a salvage yard, it's good to have a mission because it's easy to get lost in these places. There's a lot to look at.
We're gonna make good time. I'm gonna turn this over, and let's go.
Let's see what we can find in that long.
Yep.
I think we might get lost in here.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to scream for me. I'm trying to find some brass hardware for the kitchen cabinets. You find anything?
What do you think of this?
I hate it so much.
I'm
It's
sorry.
terrible. Why?
I like the scallop.
I appreciate your bravery, though.
I
Focus,
do.
focus. The timer thing is ticking.
Yep.
We're gonna lose. So much hardware. Oh my God. It's like being in a candy store.
Let's see if I can find Ariana.
I found a whole big bag of brass hardware for the kitchen cabinets. Check it out, some brass, lots of brass. Did you count the cabinets in your head?
Yep.
Yeah, you got one more.
One more.
Is that an even number now?
7, 8.
I think we've got a winner here, folks.
You like him?
I love them.
All right, we got what we need.
I think so. Yeah,
right.
let's go.
The floor guys finished while we were working today, so we're really excited to check out what they accomplished in the room.
Whoa.
Oh my God. Hey, look at all these layers. This is crazy. But it is in really good shape. I can't wait to see how they clean up. It's gonna be really, really gorgeous.
Adam said he left some stuff for us, so I guess maybe this is the first thing. Looks like a note from an old owner of the house, Mrs. J.W. Howard.
Yeah, and there's
See the
our
address?
address. Yep. Something from the post.
Mrs. M.F. Osborne, sent to Mrs. M.F. Osborne. Oh, wow. It says a date on it.
1931, July 3rd. A receipt from New York.
Wow.
You know, there's the Historic Society in town. Maybe we could take some of these things that we found there. It would be pretty cool to see if they had any other info they could share with us. A little cold out today.
Yeah.
Ocean Grove is a very, very unique place. The whole town is a National Historic Site. It almost feels like you're in a little European village, but there's definitely a lot of Americana, a lot of that old-fashioned vibe there.
You know, one thing I love about all these homes is they're all so colorful that even this time of year when the skies are kind of gray, the houses really stand out and pop and are cheery.
Hi, how are you?
How are you?
Hi, I'm Deb.
Ariana, it's
Ariana, nice to meet
John,
you.
nice to
John,
meet
nice
you.
to meet you too. Come on back to the research area. So now you just bought your house in Ocean Grove, is that right?
1 year ago.
Yeah.
Well, here's some of the information that we pulled for you. I can get you a copy of what the footprint of the house was back in the 1800s.
We went through some the newspapers. We looked for some of the people that were listed as owners of the house. This is the Everton cottage.
And look, 1875, it says they've improved their nice cottage on Pilgrim Pathway by an addition to the front in 1875. And so this is earlier than we thought the
Wow.
house was even built.
You can see that dotted line.
Is that what that
denotes
means?
the
It's
porch.
a porch?
Yeah.
So this back would be a porch
You
as well?
had a porch on the back
yeah,
as
so
well.
that's funny because that part of the house now has since been turned into a kitchen, and the floor is all sloped.
Yeah.
And so there it is, right? It's
Yeah.
because it was literally a porch. When our flooring guy
Oh,
was
look at
ripping
this.
up the linoleum, and he
Osborne.
found these papers.
Reverend Osborne was
Yeah.
one of the founders of Ocean Grove. So this is
Could there be
real.
a-
There's probably related. I mean, that would
Oh
be
my
something
God.
to research
Wow.
because that's really pretty cool.
Are you currently renovating the house?
We're working on the kitchen, which we are now making our new dining room. And in the heart of the home, we are making that our new kitchen. So it's going to be in the center. And we think that's probably where it used to be. So we're putting it back there. And there's also a bathroom in the back of the house that we're tackling.
Just so you know, we have a collection of books, Victorian design books, decorating books.
Oh, well, I
this.
think we've got some inspo and some homework to do.
This is fantastic, right?
you.
Thank you so much.
One of the great things about having a house in Ocean Grove close to the beach is that you can usually rope a family member into an afternoon to help you with whatever project you've got going on.
Hello.
How are you?
Good.
I asked my sister Emily to come by today to help us out with the project.
Hello, Joan.
Hello. Did you bring cookies?
Yeah, she made sprinkle cookies.
We'll have to get into those later. For now, we're getting messy. So, big thing we need to do is get this cabinet down. I don't know if it's going to come
This
in one
whole
piece.
thing?
How strong are you feeling?
I'll trust him on this one. This is gonna be like Jenga, John. I want to trust you, but
Honestly, this is true John fashion. Let it happen.
I do hear movement. I don't mean to scare you.
It's okay, your wood's got it.
Okay, so it's off
it
the
has
wall.
dislodged from the wall. And literally, John's Jenga blocks are holding it up.
okay.
It's going slowly. All right, everyone. All hands on.
It's really heavy. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Whoa.
That really wasn't bad.
It wasn't as heavy.
Yeah. It
a lot of
wasn't
bull.
good, but it came down.
Oh, this looks so much better.
Finally see that window.
Yeah, so exciting, but I think we still have a good bit to do. We gotta move these lowers.
All right.
Summer is upon us, and our kitchen cabinets arrived unassembled, and now we have the absolute joy of putting them together. Oh, I can't wait to see what they look like.
So this
Okay.
actually comes first.
Oh, so this is the one with the little feet. I love it. Look at those little details. So, I mean, I'm pretty happy with the way these look. You know,
Yeah,
they
this looks good.
Oh, I love it. It's so cute. So it's the first of 8?
First of 8 or
Nice.
so.
While you wrap that up, maybe I'll go grab the primer and paint supplies and get cracking on this.
We found this window frame in the wall in the future dining room. So what I'm really hoping this place can do is recreate the design we have there in this window, so that way we have a full pair.
Hi.
Judy.
Hi, John, right?
Nice
This
to
is
meet
the
you.
window you were telling me about
This is it.
from the Ocean Grove house?
So we don't know too much about it. It's the only stained glass window that we actually found there.
I was really happy to find a stained glass window in the house.
Well, unfortunately, I've got some bad news for you. This is not stained glass. This is something called stained glass overlay. You can tell for a couple reasons. None of the joints are soldered, and the colors are very flat, which you don't really see in true stained glass.
Well, that's a bummer. We were hoping this was like this antique piece, the like most beautiful thing that we were gonna put in this new dining room of ours. Oh no.
Oh, they fooled us.
Yeah, honestly, I feel kind of silly.
So if you would like to recreate this in true stained glass, I can take you downstairs, show you options for colors that are similar to this, and show you what true stained glass would look like. This window is obviously a stained glass overlay.
Yes.
And we would like to recreate this in true stained glass.
Wow.
It almost looks like a seashell.
Yes.
You know? Kind of.
Perfect for a house in Ocean Grove.
I was sad when I found out it was not a real stained glass, but now seeing all these pretty options, I feel really excited.
I think you'll be amazed at how fantastic it'll look when it's done.
We definitely hoped going into this that maybe we could have things wrapped up before the summer kicked off in earnest. But, you know, these things take time, and we really wanted to be careful and smart about the decisions we made with this house. It feels pretty good. I'm excited about where we are.
Yeah. We've gotten better at doing things ourselves and also just got more confidence about what needs to be accomplished.
The family probably wished we were on a faster schedule. Oh my God, this bathroom is bigger?
Wow. I think that was the biggest pain point with this bathroom.
You couldn't fit.
Yeah.
We have to tile the shower walls.
Yep.
We have to put up the wood paneling on the walls, put the toilet back in,
Correct.
and we have to put our floor tile down, which I'm actually super excited about. So these are actually antique reclaimed tiles. These are from the late 1800s. They would be about the same age as the house, and they're Art Nouveau tiles.
Yeah, these really look perfect in here. It's going to be really nice to have two functioning bathrooms.
Absolutely, it's coming together. This is a little bit awkward. I cannot believe this antique mantelpiece arrived the way it arrived without a box. Yeah, gentle, gentle. Yeah. Oh, this is gonna look really good.
Yeah, I love it.
Oh, it's gonna be a total statement piece. You know, when you walk in the front door
Yep,
and
first
into
thing
the
you see.
kitchen. Yeah, exactly. First thing you see. The tile's looking awesome, Dave.
Getting there. We're almost done.
This tile ties in, I think, really nice to what you have going on the floor. You ended up doing this really great.
It's a perfect fit, and you actually were able to find the exact amount we needed.
With
Plus
just,
two-
like,
plus two tiles,
extra.
yeah, so-
Yeah. So I'm gonna leave you to it. You holler if you need anything.
sounds
I'm
good.
excited to see how it looks when it's all done.
So am I.
All right.
Our contractor was able to level the floors in the back of the house, and we're really excited to bring the pine back to its home.
Hey, John.
See you.
How you doing, buddy? We got a good amount that we were able to salvage. But typically, when we rip up old floors, there's always going to be boards that are just not usable. I would say about 50% of the floor came up usable.
That's great news.
So I wanted to show you how we're getting started in the room. So you can see here, we started to fit the floor. We're gonna disperse the salvaged wood from your house into the new reclaimed wood. But once it's all sanded, it'll all look consistent. It'll all look brand new at that point.
This is fantastic. So really looking forward to seeing this come together.
Come check it out at the end of the day.
Ariana,
Coming.
come see what I found here. So what I found is there was a heap of trash in here. So this looks like an advertisement for rat biscuits.
Ew, did you find a rat?
No, we're good. We're good. I've yet to find the rat. Maybe an old scarf or
Oh,
some
cool,
type
a paisley.
of textile.
Okay.
There's something else. Look at this.
Oh my
Victorian baby shoe.
god. A baby shoe. Is
Look
this
at it.
cool or creepy? I don't know.
I think it's both.
Oh my god. You found a shoe? Maybe we should hide a shoe in there.
Yeah, that sounds great. When we seal this back up, we're gonna get our own shoe, stick it in the wall, and one day someone's gonna find it. Now, I don't think that can be topped, but what is cool is I also found Magic Yeast. So I feel like this confirms our theory that this was the original kitchen.
True. Before we install the antique tiles for the backsplash in the kitchen, I want to do a dry lay. Just make sure they look good and they flow the way I want them to for the final design. So these tiles are from a place in the Netherlands, a shop that salvages them from different architectural sites across Europe and then curates them and offers them to folks like us who want to bring them in their home. I think I had this idea of these Delft tiles in my head since early on, and they feel very English, European cottage to me. The people who first owned this house, they came from Everton, England, which is why the house is named the Everton Cottage. And so, you know, it feels very appropriate not only to put something old in this house, because it is an old house, but also where we can to pull in that sort of like English cottage style, remembering the people who first lived here and first loved this house. Hey, John, I want you to come look at this.
Wow.
Yeah.
This looks awesome.
Yeah, I just love it. All right, another thing off the list. I'm so excited to see what Adam and the team put together in the dining room. Oh my God.
Wow.
It's amazing. It looks perfect all together and it feels like it belongs here, and I feel really happy with it.
Hey, Bruce.
Do you like the new floors, buddy?
I think
he does.
Bruce approves. So. Hey, so we are here in the pantry. We're gonna tear it up and see what we find in here.
Fingers crossed. Wow, that's pretty cool. We have a long list of small things to do, but we're getting there.
For the dining room, we actually were able to remove this pretty ugly door, and we were actually able to work with the Historic Preservation Commission and get an approved Victorian door from a cottage very similar to our own. We had it shipped over. We had a little bit of trouble fitting it in the door opening, but we are able to kind of problem solve through it and actually get it to fit. It's come a long way, and I really think it ties the room together.
I can't wait to get these new stained glass windows into the house.
Yeah, I really, really love how these things came out.
I
And I
know.
think they're gonna look perfect in the opening and really finish off this room.
All right, I'm gonna go in the kitchen and work on some plaster stuff.
Sounds good.
Okay, good luck. So today I am taking on some of the plaster work in the kitchen. I am doing the last and final finish coat. The thing that I really like about it is that you can see each individual trowel mark. So I've never plastered before, and I was brave and decided to give it a whirl, but each of those marks are marks that we've put on this house, and I think that's really special.
The way that this house was put together was however the person who put it together chose to have it done, so not everything's exactly as you'd expect it, and you just kind of have to roll with that.
know, when you have a house a couple of blocks from the beach, you see everyone going to the beach on the weekend and you're here plastering a wall or like carpentry stuff, all that stuff John is doing. It's like, I'd rather be on the sand right now, but next summer, we'll be at the beach.
Hey, Ariana.
What's up?
We have a window.
Wow, look at it. It's so pretty. It's better than I thought,
Yeah.
actually. This is our box of sort of found treasures, right?
Yeah.
Throughout the house, different wallpapers.
This thing's cool.
It's cool. This was from under the floors. Adam found this, right, in the dining room. So what do you think we're trying to say with all these frames?
We're really trying to create little portraits of lives that might have been in this house. The nice thing is you can see little vignettes of history kind of forming out of all the things that we found in this house.
I love that. So we're making little vignettes here.
It's going to look fantastic in the dining room.
Yeah, I think it's gonna look really, really nice.
Phase 2 of the renovation's complete, and the good news is it means we have a new kitchen, a completely renovated bathroom, a new dining room, and also leveled the floors beneath it.
Feels really good to finally have reclaimed those spaces and have them in a condition that really invites people in, where we can spend summers, invite friends and family, and share this amazing place in town with them.
This is a place that has come to this form over the course of 140 years. It's had many thoughtful owners that have maintained it and have really kept the energy right in this place, and we weren't going to change that too much. I think Lindsay and Nick, they're really excited to be able to have a place down by the shore. It really is nice for them to be able to come down here and enjoy this place with us.
Hello.
Good to see you.
No peeking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll close our
Put
eyes.
on our blinders.
So you remember when we started and we were scraping paint off the walls and fixing cracks.
How could we forget?
Today we have a finished kitchen, so
Can we see it?
Yes.
Okay, so
head over to your left.
Guide you. Keep going a little more. 3, 2, 1.
Whoa!
Okay, so
Head over to your left.
Guide you. Keep going a little more. 3, 2, 1.
Whoa! Oh my god!
this looks so different.
This isn't the dining room anymore.
No,
Wow.
this is very much a kitchen.
Whoa!
This looks amazing.
Yeah, this is beautiful.
If you remember, this was a coat closet.
I do remember.
Yeah. Wow. And I'm glad you marked the light.
Yes.
I would.
Yes.
Otherwise, I'd be very.
Otherwise,
confused.
there'd be a lot of confusion. Another weird things we found there, we actually found an old Victorian shoe that was in the wall.
But not just an old Victorian shoe, a single Victorian baby shoe.
Wow.
Yay big.
That is a little creepy.
Just one.
What Ariana read was that they would stick them in the walls because it would fend off evil spirits.
So it was intentionally put there.
Wow.
Something else that I personally love, the walls. And I know we worked very hard on making these nice and smooth and patching up the holes. And I see the panels are super smooth. I don't know how.
Thank you, Nick.
And I love the center with the mantle and everything.
Yeah, the backsplash. It's so beautiful and old.
If you recall, this used to be the laundry closet.
Behind door number 1.
Oh my god! That's nuts! I forgot about the fridge.
Very sneaky refrigerator.
Wow, that's amazing. But I'm very curious about this room back here. Are we allowed to go there yet?
Oh yeah, let us show you what we did here.
What do you think?
Whoa!
Oh my goodness. This looks like a completely new room too.
Oh my
It
gosh.
does. This one is so different.
This room looks twice as big.
Yeah, this is completely different. And the stained glass over there, that's beautiful.
Oh yeah, and maybe as we walk over, you'll notice something else about this place.
Wait, the floor
Yes.
is totally different.
Wait a second.
The floor is straight.
Wow, level floor.
Level floor.
Yeah, this used to be a little bit of a roller coaster walking through this place.
All right, let me show you the last room of this phase of the project.
Okay.
This is our bathroom.
Whoa.
Ooh la la.
Is this bigger or what is...
Something grew.
You're actually able to make the shower wider. It was much, much smaller, but there was a lot of dead space in the original design.
Wow, look at these tiles too. Oh.
Yeah, I love the tiles. These are one of my favorite things. These are reclaimed encaustic Belgian tiles. They were probably from around the same time as our house.
For such a small room, I think you got a lot of space and a lot of look out of this.
I'm excited to dine at the new dining room.
That's it.
Maybe have a coffee at the island.
Yep. And then off to the beach.
We're gonna have lots of good meals in here.
We are.
Definitely. Everything you've done here is so magnificent.
It's really nice to be able to host our parents. They've done so much for us over the years. We've had many great dinners at both of their tables, and it's really special to be able to share this place
To
with
have
them.
you all here.
I can't believe how perfect the tiles are, right?
I think the dining room now feels truly inviting. Now I feel like it really pulls you in and invites you to stay because it is so comfortable, and we were able to sort of streamline some of the lines while still working within the existing footprint of the room. Thank you everyone for coming, for joining us at our table. I hope this is the first of many special meals together. Cheers.
Cheers.
I think for so long, you know, John and I have been so deep in this thing, which we've truly enjoyed and felt grateful, but in some ways it was a little bit isolating because we were doing a lot of it ourselves, and it meant sort of making sacrifices in other parts of our lives. This thing that kind of pulled us away from friends and family in some sense, having people come through now sort of makes it feel like, wow, this was all worth it. It validates it. This is out in the real world. People can actually see and touch it. We really did make it through this, and now we can share it with everyone. So I think that has felt truly, truly gratifying.